Barcelona has a message for tourists. Go home. But Barcelona isn't the worst of it. Santorini has 3.4 million visitors a year for 15,500 residents. 220 tourists for every person who actually lives there.
Except they are not cutting the numbers. They are just still deciding who's allowed to come and pushing the problem to one part of Europe that you have not considered yet.
City tax, tourist tax, entry fees. Together they add 300 euros to a 2-week trip. And they're not just pricing people out, they're pushing the crowds somewhere else. You just heard the ratio. Here's what it does to a place. Walk down the street and almost everyone you see is a visitor, not a resident. Researchers tracking rents and tourism flows found a clear pattern. Rents in heavily touristed parts of Greece and Spain have climbed faster than building costs alone can explain. So landlords are not charging more because buildings cost more. They are charging more because they know that tourists will pay it. Bakeries and butchers in Montmartre are closing, replaced by souvenir stalls and phone case shops. Because a shop selling to tourists can charge higher rent per square meter than one selling to residents. Landlords cashed in on that first. City governments noticed, and they started taking the apartments back and handed them to the residents instead. If you felt this way, paying more every year for less space and feeling less welcome, you're not imagining it. Subscribe and let's get into why. Barcelona has 10,000 licenses that let apartments operate as short-term tourist rentals. All of them expire in 2028, and the city will not renew a single one. Officials call this a tourism rule, but the real goal is housing, turning those apartments back into homes for residents. Spain's own tourism data confirms this. Visitor spending rose 6.8% in 2025, according to Spain's National Statistics Institute, even as arrival growth slowed. Spain is not chasing more tourists anymore. It's chasing bigger spenders. The plan is working exactly as intended. 3 cities already tried to fix this. The results were not what anyone expected. Palma is building 166 rental units at controlled rents on land the city owns. This is the first phase of a housing plan led by Mayor Jaime Martinez. These are real homes, and not a fee that disappears into a city budget. Venice's resident population fell from 174,000 in the 1950s to under 50,000 today. Venice only started charging an entry fee in 2024. But a 2-year-old fee cannot reverse a 70-year decline. The fee was only designed to manage tourists, not bring residents back. Barcelona froze new hotel approvals from 2015 to 2023 as part of the same housing plan behind the rental ban. Now that freeze is ending, industry analysts expect hotel chains to gain the most, since the rental ban does not affect them. Cost is now the top reason young travelers give for skipping Europe in 2026. The plan is not wrong, it's just incomplete. An incomplete fix doesn't stop over-tourism. It just relocates it. Eastern Europe, and the search data proves it. And where it's going next is the one place most travelers haven't even looked at yet. 7 of the top 10 fastest growing search destinations for 2026 are in Eastern Europe. Searches for Prague flights rose 180% in 1 year. Searches for Budapest rose 86%. Prague recorded 8.3 million visitors in 2025. High-spending tourists arriving faster than the city can prepare for them. Barcelona was already far more crowded than Prague is today, and Prague's rents haven't started climbing the way Barcelona did. Prague is not there yet, but it's moving in the same direction, inheriting a housing crisis it has no part in creating. My dream vacation in Europe is over. It's no longer Europe. Go to Central and Eastern Europe. It's much safer and cheaper. Ask people why they choose Prague over Paris, and price is only half the answer. Many viewers actually tell me that it's not just about cost. It is as if Eastern Europe is the old Europe that they remember. The same question applies here. How long before Prague looks like the city people are leaving? These fees were not hidden. Governments announced them debated them, and passed them into law. But no one asked a traveller who saved for 3 years to visit Paris whether an extra €300 was fair. Eastern Europe is not solving over-tourism. It is just next in line for it. This was never about having too many tourists. It's about who gets priced out first and which city faces the same problem next. This is what Montmartre's bakery looked like before it became a phone case shop. This is a bakery in a neighborhood in Prague. Still a bakery, for now. Montmartre has lost the fight. Give it 10 years. Do you think this Prague bakery will also become a phone case shop too? If you've been to Budapest, Prague, or anywhere else in Eastern Europe, are the local shops turning into souvenir stalls already? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe